And welcome to today's. I think today will be more about rambling. So today will just be we trying to figure this out, but we have a headway because we got something figured out yesterday, and we'll just build on top of that. So today we want to do Pinocchio counter. Let's go. Yep. So that's what we're doing today. Ah, let me see. Let me pull up that tab right here. So Mm, think should be GitHub. Make your counter scroll. Try to find the repository. As always, right? Inspiration not being organized ever. It's not my fault. I promise it's not my fault. uh, so so welcome. I'm trying to look for the repository, not code space. Yes, this one. Yep. So this is what we're working with. Yeah. So before I get to that, let me go through what we did yesterday. Yesterday was a just a counter, right? A counter example with Pinocchio. So let me pull that up here. So see the Solana, the documents, Solana, then Pinocchio. That's good. Yeah. And I fixed my Rust analyzer too, so I think we're good to go today. Yeah, right today. Quickly do that. So this is tested. Let me see. Can I edit the the plus escrow plus light SVM? Should say light SVM. No worries. So we'll be testing with light SVM for all of this, but this test for the counter was written in Mollusk. So we'll not go too deep into what's happening, but we get an understanding of what's happening, right? So let's start with this Solana Pinocchio program here. So program, then just as all Pinocchio programs, we have an entry point. The entry point is like that single function, single method that the whole program is tied to. So once you get a request to your entry points, it routes it to what instruction method you're calling out. So that's what the entry point is. So in this entry point, okay, before that, the librs, we will declare the ID, then we just imports what we need. Uh, then I think yes, back to entry points. So in the entry point, we have this process instruction. Yeah, and that is what our program entry point is, right? So we have this process instruction entry point here. No allocator means what did I forgot what this guy said. I what should not explain that to be. Default panic handler is using the default panic handler that's just self-descriptive, right? So the first thing we're doing now is getting whatever instruction is eating this process instruction, right? We want to get the discriminator of that instruction and the data that you're passing to the instruction. The discriminator is telling us what program method are you interacting with at that moment. That's what this instruction discriminator is. Then the instruction data is everything else that are passing with the instruction, the data that it needs to run, right? Then we're splitting, and like I said, everything is basically like a byte, right? So now if you check instruction data is an array, it's an array of bytes, right? So we can split the first byte, first UAT here, split the first byte, and that would be uh discriminator. So splitting the first thing and splitting the first thing, now we're getting the reference discriminator, and the rest is the instruction data. If anything goes wrong, then we're throwing this error, program error, by instruction data. So now we're doing a match. There's a simpler way to do this, but this one is for convention's sake to make it look neat. That's why we're having to do. We have this my program instruction. Where is it? My program instruction initialize. I thought I fixed my Rust analyzer. I would restart this in a minute. Instructions. No, it should be in. Where's my program instruction? Yes, instruction. Then I think it should be my program instruction. My program instruction. Mm, my program instruction is from, yeah, from mod. Oh, actually, I've just checked the mod. My bad. So we have this here inside the my program instruction, and what this is doing is we have an enum that is that contains all the instructions that we're going to that will be exposed by this program, right? We have the initial state v2. These ones are just two methods of doing the same thing. That's with one with byte mock and one with pod plain old data. No, byte mock is pod. One with byte mock and one with unsafe rust, right? So these two, this one is safe. Both of them are actually safe though, but one uses unsafe rust. This uses byte mock. This uses byte mock. This uses unsafe calls. This uses unsafe calls. So, but two different methods to achieve this same problem, right? So this is doing. I think this is something we just have to grow into. Grow. This we just have to grow on us, rather. Just like how in Anchor we just had derive account, derive all of that. We just had to. It grew on us. So this syntax, the other thing, will just grew on us. We're implementing a try from for this my program instruction. Yeah, if you want to go with this method, but there's a different method. You can just do the same thing inside your entry point. This entry point. Inside this entry point, you could just do match instruction discriminator like so. And if it is zero, point to this. If it is one, point to this. You could do that, but we just want to, you know what I'm saying. So I thought I just opened this. Let's open this. So in the mod, let's open this right side. So in the mod, we're now doing that map inside of it. So if you check your entry point here, you see instruction, process. Okay, yeah, we're doing try from instruction discriminator. So we implemented this try from trait here. So we implemented this try from trait here. We did the implementation of the try from trait here. And what it does is exports a try from method, and it takes in a discriminator. Then if it matches any of the values, it returns the the value that it's pointing to. That is, it returns, this is 3, it's just returning 3 here. This is 2 and it's returning 2 here also. This is the default and it's returning an error. If it's 0, it's returning 0. Initial state is 0. If you over on it, you see, oh my, this is not working yet. Let me restart this. Let me open it inside. So let me do cd Solana Pinocchio starter, then code. Then I'll copy this over here. Yeah, so I come to program, I come to source, I come to entry point. Does it work now? Okay. Mod instruction, mod RS. Does it work now? Yes, it does now. So my LSP works now. Now it's telling me initialize state is index is pointing to zero. So what this is just doing is 0 points to 0, 1 points to 1, 2 points to 2, and so this is 2. The reason why it's in this order and we want it to be maintained in this order is saying adding a rep R. I'm still finding it difficult to pronounce this. So value from a rep R C, rep R C, rep R, rep R. So rep R U, it means we are keeping the state logged to this order. Zero is the first. The first item will be zero. Second item will be one. Third item will have this key two. Fourth item will have the key three. So it has to be in this same order, right? Just like when we're creating, oh, when we get to that. Then this one is for idea generation, shank. I'm not touching any of that today. Let's just try to fix this problem. So now we understand what's going on in this my program instruction here. So when we come to initialize my state, uh, sorry, entry point before we get to initialize state. The entry point we have this my program instruction. This is zero, right? Once we have a zero instruction discriminator, we say instruction, then process initialize state v1. So now let's check what is this initialize state v1. Control B. Yeah, we can see as well. Yeah. Process initialize state v1. So in process initialize state v1, we are passing the account and the instruction data over to the instruction handler. So right here in the instruction handler, process initialize state v1, I'm taking the account, an array of account info, then data, an array of bytes, assigned integer 8. So then trying to check if they provided all the accounts that we need because we need all of these accounts. First account is the payer account, second account is the state account, third account is the ceasefire rent account, fourth one is the system program. So if all of these are not provided, return an error. Then if the payer is signer, checking if the data is empty to see if it's already initialized. Then rent to get the information about rent. Then instruction data. Also, yes, this was where I was trying to explain yesterday too, right? So what instruction data is, this is using unsafe. Like I said, using unsafe here, what you get is we have this load instruction data util that was declared here. And what it's doing is load instruction data, then you pass the type of data you're going to get back, right? And that should also have a data length. Should I did it? Yes, that should have a data length inside of it. It must have a data length inside of it. So that is what this think. That's what this is. Then we are passing the bytes that we want to load, right? Then so if the byte length, I just doing the byte, we're checking if the byte length is the same thing as this what you expect, yeah. Right. So we're trying to check if the data you're passing is actually what you actually want to expect. Right? Just like passing a state account in Anchor, but the account you're passing does not have that state. Right. So this is what how we're doing that check. Yeah. Return program error. So we're doing if it's not the same length, first thing throw an error. Else return the byte as a pointer, then as the type as the same type. So I'm casting it to that same type that's expected. And we're borrowing it. So I'm returning a borrow to we're borrowing a reference to the pointer in memory. So we're not moving anything, we're not copying anything, we're just pointing to it where it is. This I might not grow into this might not grow on me. I might just resort to using byte mock, but to understand what's going on, at least I get the idea of what's going on, the idea, right? So let's see. So once we have the instruction data extracted from here, then we're checking. So the question I had yesterday was why are we checking if the owner is set here? But the thing is, we are doing a on that payer account, we are doing a Okay, check if instruction data dot owner is not equal to payer account. So from the initialize in the test, if you look at the test, then we'll see we will understand why that is done there. We check the test, the so initialize my state v1. So we're doing my state PDA v1 is program. Okay, this is the PDA we are doing there, and the payer account is the owner of the payer account is system program. Yeah, right. So now in my initialize my state, we're trying to see instruction data dot owner. So what is the instruction data now in this place? The instruction data here is initialize my state v1 instruction data. Let's check what that is of owner and data, right? So this is a PDA, initialize my state date instruction. Is this a PDA or this is not a PDA? This is just the state to contain the account. Is it? Let's see, it has a length. Does it have a seed? Is there a seed for it? Is there a seed for it? So, no, so it's not a PDA. It is just it's a structure. It's just a basic structure, right? That has the owner of this initialized data, then data that you are sending. So it's not a PDA. So let's keep going at that. Where's the function? Process initialize v1. Yeah, my state PDA. Where were we? Where were we? Where were we? Where? Yeah. So now, when I wrote this test, I did a log to see. Okay, instruction data. Where is this coming from? We're getting it from the data that is passed from the client to the account and the data. Let's check what data we're passing from the client when we're handling session data v1. We're initializing, yes. From the initialized state, we're passing is a struct from the client. That is this initialized data v1 of this data type. And we're setting the owner of this instruction and the data the person is passing to this instruction. Just I think this one is just for checking to make sure that the owner is actually the one, just for comparison. But I don't think there will be a direct way to check if the signer is the one interacting with the program. Right? I think this is just for that, not any other thing. Just to check, just for check. So when we have providing the owner here and the data is just one and of byte 32. So I think that is clear now. So we have instruction data. The data that are passing is one and one, right? So I just passing an array, a byte array of one here, and we're also loading the owner with it. So the owner is the first. Pub key is 32, right? Pub key has 32 space for 32, then one first 32, second 32. So that's what we use to. That's how we get the owner here. We want to check if the owner of the state that was passed from the client, if the owner is not equal to the payer. So now the payer here is the signer, the payer of the account that was sending. The payer is the signer actually. So I'm trying to check if those two things don't match. I don't think that's necessary. I don't think that's necessary actually, but it's just there. So that was what was disturbing yesterday, but that's clear now. Then the seed for V1 is this. There's a seed for V1. It's derived. But it's my state V1. Inside state, yes, our state account. Now, state account here, we have the structure of the accounts that are passing. So that are derived accounts. No, account when we use the account macro on a struct in Anchor. This is similar to what we're doing there. Is initialized, we're keeping state is initialized with the owner of this. The state is redundant, just not necessary actually. So what the state is here is just saying if it's initialized, if it's uninitialized, if it's updated, but we're already doing is initialized there, right? Then the data that we want to keep inside this struct, whatever data that is, update count, then the bomb. So initialize my state. Now we're doing a PDA since in the instruction handler we come into the instruction over here, initialize my state v1. Yes, v1. I'm getting the PDA. Oh, I was in the instruction handler now. Getting the PDA, we're deriving the PDA for this is a new account that should be created, right? We're deriving the PDA the first time. So we're doing pub key find program address, then the seed for deriving this PDA is this my state seed, and the program ID is our create ID. Yeah, straightforward. So now if the derived PDA is not equal to what was sent from the client, this is from the client, state account key is from the client because the client should is also deriving the PDA. So if they are not equal, so throw an error, invalid account owner. So we're saying the seeds that were used to derive this is not the same seed that were used to derive what we derive inside our program. So there's an error there. So I just throwing an invalid account error there. And bump binding. So now the thing is when we have the bump here, right? Then we're putting that bump inside another a byte array. So this is just like an anchor now. In anchor we have something like this of type this. So let's assume we already have this and we are putting that into this. So that's what this is, right? So let's check the type of bump is U8 here. So bump is still of U8. So bump is U8 here. Then we need one and we need two. So the first one, this is the first one that we're doing here. Yeah, bump binding. So this is it here. So that's how we're doing seed from bump binding. So this one should also seed returns. What does it return? Top structs returns from returns self. It returns a seed. What's the type seed? Just seed, the length, and the bytes. Mm, so it's not using exactly anchor seed types because this is the phantom type of anchor seeds. But yeah, it's just using just one like this one just one reference to the byte array. That's the seed here. So we have the seed as a U8, the bump rather as a U8. Okay, now I got it. So now sign out from seeds. Now sign out seed is now an array of seed. So now we have I think now it's still with signer seed it should become something like this U8. Yes. Because this is a byte array, this is a byte array, then this is a byte array. So owner already is a byte. So this is a byte array of byte array. Then bump bind is also a byte array of byte array. Then as byte is also a byte array. So this I think yes. So this is correct. So it's still using the exact same type as anchor seeds. So this is exactly this one is correct actually. So this is what that should look like. We have owner as a byte array also. So I'm putting owner inside another byte array, then I'm putting that inside another byte array. So byte array, array, array. Yeah. So that I think that's correct. So makes sense. And now yet another byte array. Signer seed is now signers. Okay, if you have multiple signers, so you can have uh, an array of those signers, right? And we're creating the account. Because it is a PDA, if in Anchor we don't get to create the accounts ourselves, so to say, we do init, right, and we do init if needed. But yeah, you just do create accounts, then it's So sorry, yeah, we do create accounts and we do invoke sign because it's a PDA. So by passing the signers to that account, so we're creating the account with the signer seeds, right? But if you were if we were doing it with Anchor, we'll just pass init constraint at the top of the account structure. Right? So yeah, we're creating the account from Pinocchio pub key, so Pinocchio instruction, and we're saying who is creating it, what account are you creating? Sorry, the space for the account, the owner of the account, that's our program, then the LAN port required for this account. Then we're doing an invoke sign to create the account. Then we're doing the final initialize my state v1 initialize. What's initialize doing? Initialize is setting everything, just like dot set inner, right? I think don't we have a set inner here if it's a struct? Just see my states unsafe. Oh, it's an unsafe cast. So can't you do my state? No, dot state. Let's see the state. Dot set inner. So it's not this one is since we're casting bytes around, there's no convenience function helper function to do set inner like so it's we just set all the states we need there. The owner, the state initialized, the data, the update count zero, my state bump, then my state is initialized one. Then for the update, so this is the seed of the okay, this is state seed of state v2. This should be v2 here. Then this should be my state. I think I made it wrong there. So let me test it again. 1 minute. Just make sure I don't break something. Cargo SBF build SBF, not SBF build. Is it build SBF and cargo test? The SBF build. Just CD program. Then is it build SBF or SBF build? Oh, build SBF. Yeah, all the tests passed, so I did not mess anything up. Okay, so let's continue explaining. So yesterday when I tried to run this, immediately all the tests failed, and I immediately knew what that will. I not immediately knew it actually. I had to spend a couple of. I knew something was wrong. Some of that everybody knows that, right? Everybody immediately knows that. But I had to figure out what was wrong, then make it pass. So we for the updates, so we have a initialize of instruction. Then we have an update instruction. The update instruction is taking the instruction data, which is of type my update instruction data. Let me read this one of this. Then it's doing if self.state is not updated, self.state updated. We actually do not need this. You can just set what you want to set straightforward. This V1 is, let me see what V2 is doing. Yes, byte mock. V2 is using byte mock from byte mutable. Then this now passing the mutable account of type account data. Then what's account data? Okay, account data is already my state account. Yep. Then we're setting the length of the account. Okay, makes sense. I have suddenly developed in a little bit of getting used to. I think I've used Bytesmoke before, but yeah, makes sense now that I'm looking at it. The initialize for that one does the same thing. Then the update does the same thing. So let's get back to, I think this is state, right? So let's get back to instruction. So instruction for process initialize v2 is basically same thing but using Bytesmoke. So we've gotten around. So yeah, byte instruction data is Bytesmoke from bytes. Then what state are we casting to? Then we pass the data. Data is the data here, and we are getting only the data from the beginning to the length of my instruction data. So any other thing outside of this length, if anybody provided a malicious, say a malicious or arbitrary data that's not included in this account structure, just ignore it, right? So this is a good, instead of just casting everything, just fetch just the size of what we need. So what we're doing here is from byte mock from byte, and we're expecting it to have this type. Then we're passing in, instead of just passing in data here. I think this should work, right? Yes, this should work. But we need to, well, we need it to be the exact data that we expect, because we expect only the program. We're expecting only the state account, right? So we can do this. If we test it, well, if we test, let me see if I test with this. If I test with this, will it still work? It should still work. Hopefully, yes, it worked. So it should still work, but we want to be explicit and avoid malicious instructions to our program. So we're just taking exactly what we want, because this is already initialize my states. I'm saying who is the owner and what is the data here. The data we're passing here is just like one, right? I think this one is one or anything. Yeah. So if there is a data, if this actually needs a data, we'll pass it here. But since it does not need the data, we're just doing the public key, the owner, and data for the instruction. Cool, cool. So now let's see. So we have the seed, same is V1, goes with V2. Then we have we get the length. We compare if the owner that was passed from client is the same owner here. Then we have the seeds. Then we derive the PDA. We compare the PDA also. Cast the seeds into a signer seed. Then we create the account straight up here. So now we have rent the minimum balance here. Do we have rent the minimum balance on the other one? Do we have it? Yes, we do. We do have it here. So we're using rent because rent here we said rent should be of type rent, and rent is Pinocchio silver rent. So we're passing the rent account from client to reduce number of CUs that are called. I think for rent, if you did rent dot get from Solana program rent, right? Solana program silver rent, you'll be consuming 100 CUs for that, just that base get. But now when we ask them, just pass the rent account from the client, and we consume what we need to use, right? So makes sense. Yeah, I think that explains all that is there. So let's go to the updates now. Update my states. Update my states. Control J. Control B. Sorry. B. Yeah. So update is if you're talking about process update V1, what we're doing is getting the account state. If it is initialized, if it is not, if it's not initialized to the server, then we're validating the PDA. What is validate PDA? Yeah, validate PDA is checking the bomb, the PDA, and the owner. So we're checking, we're deriving the owner, or deriving the seeds from the owner with the owner, we're deriving the seeds, signer seeds with the owner. Then we're checking Pinocchio pub key derive address. Yes, makes sense. Seed bomb program ID. So if derive is not equal to this guy, return an error. Yeah, so that's basically just validating the PDA. So straightforward and makes sense. Let me see. I think we did count generation here also. Pub key. This one is pub key find program address. Find program address. What is pub key here? Is pub key is it Pinocchio pub key? I know it was different. Pub key is Pinocchio pub key. But here we're doing where is it? Where is it? Here we're doing it's actually same thing. Derive address. This is derive address. This is derive find program address. So what is the difference between find program address? Find program address is still I think getting a PDA. It's just different ways to do it, right? Let me see. Always lost here. Validate PDA. Okay, this third one. Validate PDA, yeah, it's doing Pinocchio pub key derive address. Another one is pub key find program address. I think, if you ask me, should be is it's derived address here is just an address. Oh, okay. No, derived here is an address. This is an address, so it is not getting. Oh yeah, I get now. Yeah, we're passing the bump. So this one is not finding the address. We're passing the seed, the bump, and the crate ID. When we're deriving it, we're passing only the seed and the crate ID. We're not passing the bump. So we're looking for it. We're finding it like I get now. So makes sense. So find pub key, find program address for deriving the PDA and to what I say deriving. Deriving is the wrong word. Pub key find program address for creating the PDA if we're not even actually creating it, we're finding it. That's why it says find. Find program address, derive program address. So find program address is I'm passing you the seed and the ID. Look for it for me. Then derive program address is I have everything. Just derive it from me with the seeds I pass. Yeah, makes sense. Makes sense. Uh, sorry. Mm, okay, that's a response to the message. So now let's get to we have process initialized state view one. So we understand. I think we understand fair enough, fairly what is going on. Let me make another PR since I fix this. Gate add sorry, see the gate status. So gate add gate commit fix modified v1 v2 address address no seed so it should not be modified there, it should be corrected. Yeah, then we git push from here to my branch and yeah, we're done with that. So now I think we are very confident enough to get to the escrow. But let me show the tests, right? What's life without tests? A bit of tests, a little bit of tests, a little bit of tests. So this is Mollusk. This is my first encounter with Mollusk actually. Hmm. We have the Mollusk instance, system program, system map. I think. Let me confirm. Trying to see if Mollusk shares states across different tests, or is exactly like light test game but does not share tests, share states across tests. This test initializes my states. If I run this, then I run this, I don't have any errors, right? But in light SVM, I need to call the same methods I did here inside this next text. Let me check if something is wrong. Does mollusk, if I can spell it right, and I'm sure I did not spell it right. Molusk, not SC. Yeah, I knew I was going to butcher the name, but does mollusk share states across different across different different tests, test blocks, as opposed to light SVM. Mulux does not inherently share state across different test blocks by default. Each test block operates independently unless explicitly configured to maintain state. However, Mollusc provides the Mollusc context wrapper that enables stateful testing by maintaining persistent account state across multiple instruction calls through its account store. Did did Naga Prasad is that yeah? Because I'm trying to see why the state is maintained or is it not maintained? It's actually maintained, right? Because I called initialize. Okay, let me just walk us through what's going on here. Is there a state? State. There's no there's a state actually. Oh, there's states everywhere in my program. So not that one. Let me walk us through what I'm doing. What the author did here and I modified. So initially, no, not initially, just leave it. Let me just explain. We have in my state PDA1 and we're doing pub key find program address. This one is just Solana pub key, right? Yes, Solana pub key. You could use Pinocchio here too. You could actually use Pinocchio for test, but test is not on chain. You could use anything. Yeah, you can actually use anything. Excuse me. So pub key find program address, the seed, payer, and the program. So for the PDA, we're using the seed, the payer key, and the program ID to get this my state PDA. Then we're creating an account for the for the user, the account that will be signing the transaction. For the user, we're dropping one lamp port, zero space. So we're creating an account, giving him one lamp port, and with the system program. So it's the system program account, the system account. Then we're doing a my state account. So this is account.new, zero lamp port, zero space, owner, a system program, my state account. So this is creating, we're creating an account, right? But and we're setting the owner. We're creating an account and we're setting the owner. But we're not putting anything. I'm not giving it an address here. We're not setting anything to it. We're just creating an account and setting an owner to it. Unlike, I think it's actually the same thing with this, right? Account new, account new. So minimum balance of rent. So I'm getting the minimum balance of rent from Mollusk Sysbar. Then rent account new for minimum balance of rent. Then rent size of, then owner rent. Then rent account rent account dot data equals get rent data. What is get rent data from? Rent default unsafe cost like from, nope. I'm not doing this to myself. Let's proceed. Let's ignore that for now. Then we have the instruction account. So what account are we passing to this instruction, right? Then my okay, I think I'm loud enough. So what account are we passing to this instruction, right? We have the instruction this is V2. For V1, we're creating a new account meta. So we're doing an account, it's like passing an account to an instruction, right? So we're doing an account, we're setting the payer, and we're saying if it's writable or not. Is that what that is? Or if it's a signer or not first. So yeah, we're setting if this is a signer, the payer is a signer. Then the next account you need this instruction. Though in the instruction account here for initialize, we are saying payer account, state account, sysbar, then system program. This accounts. That's what we're doing here. Payer account, state account, sysbar, then system program. Exactly the same account in that same order. Not writable, not signer, not signer, not signer. So yes, new is saying this is writable. This is also writable, but new read only is saying is a read only account, so it's not writable, right? Then we're doing initialize. We're getting that data that I want to pass. See the data that we're passing here in the data, yeah, because that's is where we're checking. We're saving. We're keeping the owner initially, and we're trying to check against the instruction, right? So this is for mollusk. I don't even know why I'm explaining mollusk here. So then serialize instruction data v1. So this is the discriminator of the instruction v1 in check our entry points. The instruction v1 initialize state is of id discriminator 0. This initialize which is discriminator 1. This is discriminator 2. This is discriminator 3, right? So 0, 1, then the update will be 2 and 3. So in the unit test, we have a 0 here, initialize instruction data v1. The instruction data is 0. The discriminator is 0. So we're passing the discriminator first, then we're passing every other thing next. Just like we explained entry point. We are splitting the first. When we split the first, we're also going to get something else, right? We split the first and we're getting something, every other thing that follows. So the first one here is the discriminator, then every other thing here is the accounts that follow that we're passing to the instruction, right? So if I over on split first, what does it do? Is there and yes, returns the first and all the rest of the element of the slice or non if it's empty. So it returns the first as the first tuple element, then the remaining elements in the next tuple item, right? So that's what it does. Then in our test, let's get back to the tests. Control B, let's start up. So we are extending from slice. We already have the discriminator. Then we're adding the remaining accounts, the data to the end of the discriminator. So the first byte there is the discriminator. The next byte is the account. Yeah, that was happening here. So we're getting the instruction also. Then we're saying instruction new is by this is mollusk. I don't need to be explaining mollusk because I'm not even using mollusk. The test we're going to write will be doing with light SVM. So, but I'm just walking us through it. Again, I'm doing it. I just can't help it, right? So vect, we're passing the accounts, the other accounts that we need for this instruction. The account is saying this is the payer and this is the account, payer account. This is this PDA, this is the PDA account. This is the rent, and this is the rent account. So this is like the data that is inside this account, right? This is the payer. The payer account colon is the payer account that we created here. So now this is the address of the payer. This is the data inside the payer. This is the address of the PDA. This is the data inside the PDA. This is the account, the address of the rent, and this is the data inside the rent. This is the address of the system program, and this is the data inside the system program. Basically, we are constructing the account. We are reconstructing the account. So we are doing init v1. Yes. So this is the init response. v1 is process and validate is a mollusc method. Process and validate instruction. It's just like send transaction, right, on in light SVM. So this is we sending the instruction to the program entry point. So modulus does process and validate instruction. Our instruction has been built. We have built our instruction v1 here. This is the program we're interacting with. This is the entry point. This is the ID. Then the data we're passing is this, and this is the accounts that follows. So we are setting the instruction, putting the instruction here, the accounts that will be passed. Then we want to check that this actually is successful. I think it's there a failed error. Okay, there's an error. So if we are expecting this to fail, I think we'll just put an error there. If we're expecting it to succeed, we'll put a success there. Makes sense. So now we're asserting if the program actually returned the success, right? So if it did, so that's all that is. I'll link the repo now in a minute. So let's do a test. Now I have an error. So I'm not in. Am I in CD program? There is an error somewhere. Yes. and all tests passed. We're doing the two initialize here, and we're doing the two updates here. So I'll just drop a link to this while we move on to the escrow, right? The escrow is the main reason why we're here. So I did mm, what is git status. Okay, all clean. So let me get the repository link for this. What's it? Git. Is there git ls? No. Git hyphen help. Git show various type. No. Show up into diff grep move clone init. I'm not initting, not initializing. I can just check for me actually. And I'll see the branches, GitHub, check out on this. Let's open this thing. Yeah, where did you open it? Where did you open it? Where did you open it? Where did it open it? How many VS codes? So, yeah. So now make a starter. So it's here. I'll send this link to, I don't know if it will be on master the next time you see it. So let me just remove the master. See if that works. Yep. And now the big problem. Oh, I can actually comment. Wow, that's cool. I could not comment previously. That's crazy. Why am I able to comment now? Oh, I'm commenting to um YouTube. No, I see. I cannot comment to Twitter from here. You check the chat, you see I made a comment here. Let me copy it and just show it here first. Then I'll copy this. Then see if I can send it. Okay, still copied. Let me drop it in the GitHub. Sorry, on Twitter. 1 minute. I hope my CPU doesn't get clocked today. Let me see. Let me see. No, I can't take that risk. I'll send it on my mobile phone. Always scared of Chrome. Open Chrome and everything goes mayhem. Dum. A minute, sorry. So let me see. Let me see. Yes, I think I've added it in the chat. No, I added it in the chat, not in the live stream. Let me check if I should post it in the chat. Also, live chats. Then, yeah, I think I'll go to go. Let me do. So now, on to the meaty part of the project, the escrow. Everybody knows what an escrow is now, so I don't need to put it up again. If just for sure. So this is the escrow. We have spent a lot of time explaining like different days, right? I want to recreate this escrow with Pinocchio, not Anchor this time. Right? So now let's do it. Let's do it. Yeah, pumped, hyped. Let's go. Let's go. I should close this to save memory. I definitely should. Then I'll do CD. I think it's Pinocchio escrow. Which one? V. I think it's Pinocchio escrow 2. Yes, the one that should be forked from make. Aha. So if I copy this to screens, share. Let me keep a tab of my CPU usage. I don't want to clock this off on it. Period instruction try to borrow reference from account already borrowed. Make tests. If you do the that's the sorry we need to space solve. Yeah, yes, getting to it. So let's do. We have source. We have instructions. We have make. So how was this set up? This is still. Let me make sure the PDA is the same thing. Sorry, the program ID is the same thing. Contribute. I don't need the side tab. So let me do Solana. Solana accounts. Solana address. Sorry, address. Okay, targets. Targets. Deploy. Escrow. I think escrow. Yes, keep it JSON. CNT. CNT. You're correct. That is correct. Then application. Let's see. So now let's walk you through what's going on here, right? Just like in the mm, just like in the counter example we did, right? Now there is already a make instruction, and we know what an escrow is basically. This is the make instruction, then this is the take instruction. So if I should write, I would write make instruction. In the make instruction, you are depositing some amount and you are saying this is what I need, right? This is what I need in return for the money I'm depositing. Why is the font awkward? Give me a better font. Normal. Yeah, thank you very much. This is the make instruction. Then this is the take instruction. So the this what we call this. How am I saving it? But so this is the take instruction. This is the make instruction. This is the take instruction. Yeah. So in the make instruction, you deposit something and say you want something in return. And you, in the take instruction now, you deposit what the maker wants, and in the same instruction, you are getting what the maker deposited as what amount. So that's basically what's going on, right? So now let's get to it. In the make instruction, let's see what this task, what have already been written. Split first. So just like we said, we have our passing the instruction data, we're getting the discriminator from the first byte, then every other thing that follows is the data. That is the parameters that we're going to pass to this instruction. If we want to do depositing 20 sold, depositing 25 sold. So instruction, process make instruction, let's get to that. And we are using, I want to see if we're using unsafe. Yes, we are actually using unsafe, which is uh, hmm. So we could cast data to be a type of Hmm. Let's do let's do let's just make a data structure. Obstruct make data make data, and is let's just bite them up all over here. Let's remove the unsafe. Let's be safe. So what version of Bitmop were we using? Let me check the repository one more time. This repository, do I still have it? Do I still have it? Is this yeah, yes. Labels line assessment source, right? No, cargo tumble. Then yeah, we're using Bitmock 1.23.0. Yeah. So over here can do Control J, sorry, Control J, Control B. Then in our cargo terminal, you can have Bitmock. Do you have Bitmock? No, Bitmock. Yes. Dev dependencies. Yeah. Then we save. Then do let's make sure this is building first. Anchor. Why did I write anchor, bro? Cargo build SBF. Right. And you should download. Oh, it still will not download the dev dependencies, right? Oh, it built successfully. So let's do cargo SBF build and cargo tests. Cargo tests. So this will download all the dev dependencies, right? This should be 0.7. For whatever reason, why are we using 0.6? Well, let's just go with it since that works, right? Then I'm just going to leave this without touching it to make sure my PC is in good health. So I'm waiting for this build to basically finish. And now we should have errors. Yes, one failed, zero ignored. Should have some errors because we were having some errors yesterday initially when I tried testing it. So what is the error? We will get to that in a minute. Program error, SBF program, compute, what's the error? Put financial meta, panic. So want to see what the error is actually contributing. Still make instruction, panicked. This is one error, just panic. Haha, just panic. Are you panicking, bro? Then let's see. Let's see. We will get to this. For now, let's try to fix this make instruction. Okay. Make data. So in the make data, let me bring this to a different screen. No, not this screen. It's here, and we go on. Minutes program. Yes, source then instruction, no source then state. I think it's in the state. And that should be mod rs, not a minute. Try to see. No, not state mod rs. Should be instruction mod rs. Hopefully, no, not instruction mod rs. Where did we define the state for these instructions? Initialize my state. Let's check. Yes, I think we have. Hmm. Yeah, let's do this. Yeah, let's do this. Let's use this. So assuming we want to create this, right? So I can just remove is it? I just bring this down here, comment it out. So make data, then in the make data, we actually want to pass how passing it in the instruction. Let's check the tests for once. The tests we're doing, I think this sum.rs that makes sense. This mod.rs. Let me check the mod.rs first. The sum.rs test make instruction mint mint b make ita escrow vault. No, ata meant to where's the instruction? The data, yes, data is make data, then back this bump this amount to receive this amount to give this. No, we will use byte mock. Eh, So wow, they can the was discriminator of the make instruction. Why would they passing the discriminator here in the data? Yes, actually should be the data actually. The data is taking the discriminator, then the bump, amount to receive, amount to give. So we can copy this minutes and we come to make. So we have discriminator. Should we even have the discriminator? Yeah, let's just do that. Yeah. Ix discriminator. Yeah, should be u8 u8 vec should be a vec of u8 and we should specify expected comma vector that new push. I want to specify the length of the vector actually. So we could just do u8 and the structure discriminator should be let's do let's just 32. I don't need 32 here, I need one. This should be this. I hope I'm writing something that makes sense. Size is one, right? Let's see. So let's do 1 byte. 1 byte for U8. The U8 is actually 1 byte, right? Yeah, yeah, yes, 1 byte. Then let's do the bump of the what now? The bump of the I think it should be the bump of the escrow PDA non bump derive address from Why are we not putting the bump here? 1 minute, sorry. So in the make instruction, they actually are not specifying the bump, right? So we can just leave that as empty. Make instruction, we don't need the bump actually. We need amount, make amount. Make amount is weight, then take amount. It should not be weight, but 64. This 64. Let's see what we're doing. We know what we are doing. So now let me remove this for now. Shank type. Shank. Shank should be resolved. Well, shank. 1 minute. We actually installed these guys already now. Pod and zeroable. So if we're doing pod, we have to put I think we have to put padding. I think I think if you do that in this RPRC pod pub key data is this, then we're doing shank type, padding is of type XU8. I think that's the error. No, that's not the error. The code is applied to a type with padding evaluation of the type with padding. So can't type pod on an account that this is that play node data. It's not even POD. I think it's a POD. No. Yeah, so if I remove this padding, this should make no noise. Uh-huh. We actually find out soon enough, though. So I don't need shank type. No, I think I need shank. Do I have shank here? I'll remove the shank for now. Let's just get this thing working first, though. Say, say. It's never constructed. So in my make instruction, I'm expecting the make data to be data should be. Let's get to our instruction handler. Let's see if we're actually doing something correct. Instruction data is of type wait. Mm, so could we modify this to use our instruction data type instead? Let's see. There's only one way to find that. Pub struct make data. Ha ha ha. No, can't die. Make data. No, it cannot be of type make data because this is the program instruction entry point, not the specific entry point, right? Yes. Instruction is not okay. Okay, we can do this since. This is that. Then we can do space first. Then inside the data here, so inside the data here, we can cast it. We can actually cast it here. Hmm. Let's break a leg. So let's see. Let's try it from here. Let's ix data equals byte mock dot what's the word again? Byte mock, yeah, byte mock, byte mock from bytes, exactly. From bytes mutable? Are we from bytes? No, not mutable. From bytes mutable, from bytes of type. The type we want is make data. Yes, make data. So you could do this. You could do this. I think it makes beautiful this way. No, this is Rust, not TypeScript. So yeah, let's be Rust syntax. Then the data we want here is data, data, data. So we can do a length here. No, byte mode does not need length, right? Yeah, we can implement a length for this. Implement a length. With byte length. Oh, what's it called? Can implement a length for that. Data length. Yes, data length. Data length for make data. For make data. Then start all to provide the length. Because length of type U8, right? U size U64 is core memory and size of taking this guy. Initialize massive data, so make data. So now what's the problem here? Can't find trait data length in this scope, not found in this scope. Data length is spelled correctly. Implement data length for this because I don't have the. I think we don't actually need is clone, copy, debug, partial equation. This is because of the zero, Let's see. When data length, I can't find trait data in this scope, not found in this scope. Can't find in this scope. Is it because we don't have a length? Yes, so let's check if we need to import that somewhere. Nope, we don't actually need to import. Yes, data length, create state data length. Oh, so we have to do that actually. 1 minute. I should have just done implement learn, but that still will not work, right? So it's basically the same thing. Please specify what create data length is. So we could just do create data length. Then we have a const. Let me see if this will work there. Learn is of type. What size is this? U size. Will this fix it? Yep, it actually fixed it. Let me see how they did it here. Let me see. Inside state, open it in a new file. Inside state, then we have state utils and utils, then data learn. Actually, that's exactly the same thing they wrote, so, but should be a public trait though. Public data learn. Yeah, that's exactly what they did today. Make data, so of make data, iterate make data, any ability, not blah, 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 blah. Phantom data requires for make data to implement any bit pattern. Any bit pattern. What is the any bit pattern? Is it because of the parse? Is it because of the zeroable? Let me remove the zeroable first a minute. Magic the zeroable. It's not the zeroable. Hmm. Trace make data. Any bit pattern is not specified. Is there a specific any bit pattern here? Then is resize, account mute, account mute unchecked. No, there is not actually. Okay, account is a party, so program error, program error. So what is this exact error? My program error. Right. Let me see. Is there a problem with make data? Let me check if there's a problem with make data. So what is this issue? Let me see if I can vibe code this and get what. Let me check. Maybe this pattern is not satisfied. Following other implement pod. Maybe I imported wrong. Probably. I probably imported it from the wrong. I think I should do pod on it. Will that work? But pod, if I do pod, yes, if I do pod, it goes away. And now pod is not satisfied. The evaluation panel derived pod is applied to a type with padding evaluation of field here. Should I think for padding should be of type U. It's I think this should fix it. No, fixing it. Drive pod. Let me see. 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 Let me try to fix this. Let's vibe code just then we have on it. That is this. Yeah. I have this. Then I think I have this. I have this. Then I'm having this error on pod. Evaluation panic. Right? Examples. Struct as padding bytes. Just compile automatically adds padding to align field property. 1 byte, 8 byte needs 8 byte alignment. 7 more byte of padding at the end. Solution: reorder field from largest to smallest. How the hmm. So the problem is says to reorder the field from the largest to the smallest. That is the first one. Else, explicitly add padding to match the layout. So if we don't want to reorder this, so if we, I think if we did this, this one is just 1 byte. This 8 bytes, right? 8 bytes, 1 byte. So we start with the 8 bytes, then we end with the 1 byte. So if I put this here, that should fix it, and it still did not fix it, right? Did it? No. Let me remove the padding. Yeah. Nope. Still did not fix it. So the other solution instead was to add padding total 24 bytes, no implicit padding. So just do U8 here, U8, then we're doing 7 bytes. Why are we doing 7 bytes padding? 6 bytes of padding at the end. Better solution is RAPC packed if you need the exact original layout. So I can do C here and I can do packed, right? So if I do this, so if I remove this padding, should still work. So use packed. With packed, you cannot derive pod automatically, so you need to implement it manually. It's unsafe implement. Nope, I don't need unsafe anywhere. We ask careful handling. So I don't want unsafe anywhere. Let's see if I do not put packed. Introduce this back. Will this fix it? Yes. So this fixed the error. Padding has to be. If I reduce this to like 5, will it fix? So I need to know. I need to know exactly. That's strange. That's new. Not strange. New. Strange and new actually mean the same thing. So, whatever. So we have our instruction data now. Use variable. Unused variable. Okay. Eh, I think I just need to do one. What is it again? Unused variable on by default. Unused variable on by default. So use unused variable, and I can use unused variable. How did I spell unused variables? Then I can do not if this right. I can do not. I think no, not like this. Then it's raw syntax. Just I can do not, stay not, stay not, stay not. Or I'm just going to do this to. It's not actually a problem actually. This is exactly what is causing the error. So should it be no one? Is there a no one? No one. Yeah, I'll leave that for later. So good on that. So we've solved that problem, right? So let's move on to the next thing. Let's see. We have instruction data is now of type make data. That's cool. Using byte mock. So from bytes make data. The data should be of this exact type. Is there a is it what type? Is it a result? It's not a result. It's the dot no. So it's exactly that same thing. Let's see where are we using it now. We now have to put create account. Create account is asking not accounting for. Yeah, so before we get to that, we need why did we get instruction data in the first place? We needed it somewhere, right? Make it a state, make it a state dot owner, make it a statement. already have all the accounts. I'm getting all the accounts already. Now we are extracting the states as a token account. Okay, we're specifying what accounts these are. Then, so instruction data, we need this, we need the make amount and take amount, then the mint inside our state here, right? So we need to put it in the escrow state. In the escrow state, the mint A, mint B, amount to receive, that's amount to give is make amount, the amount to receive is take amount. So all of this U8, it could just use a U8, right? If you just use a U8 instead of doing this, this is killing me. Let's see, make, yeah, we save it as bytes. That makes sense, save it as bytes. It reduces space actually, reduces space. So where are we saving the data to our extra accounts? Owner, set maker, set taker, express the set amount to receive is what do we call it? Yeah, so we don't need this unsafe casting anymore because we have it from instruction data dot throw me the errors. Yes, instruction data dot amount to receive is take amount dot 2 bytes. If there are 2 bytes, please be a 2 bytes. 2 LE bytes. Just 2 bytes. Give me 2 bytes. 2 LE bytes. What is 2BE is what? 2BE is to big endian. No, I need 2 LE bytes. That's his numbers, right? Little endian bytes. The amount to give is the make amount. So IX data dot make amount dot 2 LE bytes. Now let's get one new error. Expected U64 found how. Okay, set amount to receive is actually converting it to the bytes. Yeah, clever. So I could just do that there actually. So I'll just pass take amount. So instead of unsafe casting everywhere, let's use byte mark. Byte mark. Yes, that's of that. Then amount is this should be a U64, right? Even Pinocchio is taking a U64, but we save as bytes. So let's do amount to give is ix data dot amount to give make amount. Aha. So now let's open up the floor to the errors. J yes, cargo build and cargo test. So no error from the build. Shouldn't just do let me make a build. There will be no error from the build actually. So invoke panicked. Yes, this is the same error. So did we do good? We did kind of good because our program did not break yet. So we don't know where it's breaking actually now. So now let's find where it's breaking because this same error is what we got without using the unsafe, right? Using the unsafe, that's the same error we got. That means we are probably doing the same thing. So let's now find what's actually causing the error. So give me full context of this error, bro. Mob is 51. Failed transaction metadata. Transaction metadata. So the transaction metadata is what is failing. Instruction 0 program method program this program invoke program make let's say make instruction. That means we got. So let's see. Let's distribute. Let's just give this a lot of logs, right? Not a lot though. We got here. So if we got here, because we saw this, let me do. We saw this. We saw two accounts here. We saw. Was this from the test? Okay, the logs of. We should actually show the logs of this instruction too. Now test. Let's show the logs so we know where what is failing. test mod.rs, then msg, that's msg, do tx logs, tx logs is this whatever we're getting here, and pass it in tx dot logs. Aha, is there another thing? No, it's a string. Pretty logs. Wow, that makes sense. Error, no error. Amazing. Control B, I don't need that. So let's try again. Let's see what actually went wrong. Where did we fail? These are from the test, not from the program. So now processing make instruction. This instruction is failing. It's not even getting into our make instruction. It's failing at the entry point because it's logging out this processing make instruction, right? Then program log source internal.rs source internal.rs. This is not our program. We don't have an internal.rs here, so it's not from here. So panicked program cd blah blah console blah 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 sdf program panic inner instruction. The problem would be from the entry point. Let's see what's actually going on in the entry point. Debug. Let's debug. Now librs. Escrow make. We have an escrow make account. Split first. Invalid. We're not getting this invalid instruction data, are we? We are actually getting into process instruction because we are logging this guy out. We're logging this guy out, right? So now let's do instead of messaging, you can just do a Pinocchio log, right? There's Pinocchio log here, so we use logs. Let's sprinkle a lot of logs out there. Log log a pub key from a program, not Pinocchio pub key. Let's use Pinocchio log. Yes, there is Pinocchio log and there is log. Yes, let's use that one. Inside my instruction, I want to know where not enough account keys. It's not this illegal owner. It's not this. Ooh, I don't actually know yet. So let's log. It's a macro, right? Yes, it's not prop macro. Actually, it's just log function. So let's log that and let's say did not fail at accounts check. This match type expected reference found string. So Pinocchio log actually is this log, right? Not this. I'm not expecting this to be. No, is there another log? Am I using another log? Pinocchio log. Let me just do this. I don't know where that is coming from. Let me do Pinocchio log. This. No, what is the problem? Expected function found macro Pinocchio log. Oh, we invoke the macro. Yeah, that's fix it. So now let's say this did not fail at ATA checks. ATA checks. Then did it fail here? No. Did not fail at first invoke. Not failing at first invoke. So it's most likely going to be from here though. Let's just we don't know yet. We don't know yet. So they then do the guy. Also the logs are coming out this time. Do we have our logs? Our logs actually did not show anywhere. We do not have any logs printed out. How do I show the logs if it's not working that way? Logs. program. Let me use message then. I don't know why it's not showing the logs. Is it because the transaction did not go through successfully? No, it's not because the transaction did not go through successfully. So let me use message then, even though I don't want to use message. So this one is also not showing, even though I log in the pub key. So this two did not show. So let's use message instead, even though I do not want to use that, but let's just go with it for now. The message consumes a lot of CUs. That's why it's not advised to use message. Especially when you're doing logging out with pub key, it consumes CUs. So I'm trying to be CU efficient here, right? Message this, message this, or let me copy this immediately after this one to see if it actually works. Processing, make instruction again. Mm. So now let's see what's going on. Pinocchio, yeah, on my whatever. Let's see what's going on right now. So we got, can't even see anything. Oh, yeah. The logs are working. Program log processing, make instruction again. So Pinocchio log works. Then that means the first error is coming from this bro. Yeah. So let me revert. Let me do this. Thank you, Pinocchio log. Thank you very much. So the problem is coming from not from here. Cannot be from here. Should be from maybe here. No, not here. We will find out. We will. I will get you. So I will get you. I will. Yeah. Spitting logs everywhere. I see. It's log get you. It's Pinocchio log here also. Yeah. So let's see. Is it from here? Then let's do. Did not fail at reading data as byte mark with byte mark. Let's hope this did not fail. Let's hope. Can only hope, right? So let's hope that did not fail there. It actually failed. Yeah. But if I remove that, let's see, 23. If I remove, let's say make instruction again. This is failing. So that means the data. Oh, obviously. In the make test now, we need to make sure the data were passing. So the problem initially was the data were passing. So if, or is it? Yeah, let's check that now. What did I just do, bro? What did I just do, bro? Yeah. Yeah. We have the discriminator. Do we have to? If I don't want to order it this way, if I do it this way, will it work? It will not work. So let me do Z. So the instruction discriminator is at, wow. This will not actually. Will the data be here? Let's just see in the make instructions, right? Make in libres or some. Let's say in the test. The data we are sending over to make instruction. Data here, make data, program ID, discriminator for make instruction is the first one. Mm, Yes, so I don't actually need a discriminator here. Anyways, so I think we're still on the right track. I don't need the discriminator here since I'm not passing it over there. So if I remove this, so I don't need to pad this again. If I remove this, let me see. Yeah, I'm just taking in that, so I don't need to pad it anymore since I don't need the discriminator. I'm already take amount, make amount. So in my instruction handler here, instruction handler here, no, no, here, the liberals, yes, yeah. Discriminator is the first guy here. Then the rest is So let me try that. If it will work, if it will work, if it will work. Let me see. Now make now test rather models. So now that we have this here, we can do. I don't even need the bump. What am I using the bump for? I'm not using the bump anywhere. I think I'm not using the bump anywhere. I think yes. I think that's usually the problem from the beginning. So we need the bump anywhere there. Hopefully, is that it? You get a panic, still panic, pressing make instruction again. Then okay, so that's not the problem. Here in the bump, the instruction discriminator. So the first 8 bytes, the first byte, this is a U8, 1 byte, right? First byte is this. So should it be 12 bytes to make instruction data? So the data should be of type vec of U8, right? Why are we passing a vec of U8? Doesn't make sense, does it? I beg to differ. Let's see if this works. We don't need this to be a vec. We don't need this to be a vec. Hopefully, expected U8 found to early byte amount to receive. Yes, yes, yes. This is not U8. U8. I'm sure U8 found this to 5, this to 4. So if I do dot to early byte here, converting it to dot to early byte, let's see, dot to vec. To vec is converting it to. Okay, I'll do this first. Then let me remove this first. Well, oh, dot concat is actually bringing everything together, right? What does it do? Flatten the slice of t into a single value output. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So it makes sense. I guess now. If we have this, then dot concat just spreads it out like this. So that would make sense. That would make sense. So let's return this back to what was there before. Then what is the problem? Expected US form struct. So this should be also this, right? Initially, yes, this should be this, right? First item is a vec, second one is a vec, third one is a vec. So three vec, then we concatenate this. Let me log this out also. University concatenated, concatenated, I've got data of this type. Then we just do make data. Let me log this out first. This the borrow that, do not move it. Bro, fuck. Does not implement display, so we do this and this. I think question mark this rust. That's what I think it's question mark like this. Because of this opening braces here, I can do this. I can actually. It should be asterisk. No, something around this. Let me see. Then I can do a formatting, pretty format. Did you mean oh ash before the question mark? My bad. Question mark before the ash. Ash before the question mark. Welcome to Rust, folks. Welcome to Rust. Syntax, is everything. Let's see what we're getting. We're getting zero as discriminator, then 255, 254. Calculated data. What is the first data actually? Vec. This is U8, 1 byte to one space here. Next one is amount to receive. Amount to receive is what do we specify amount to receive? Oh, this guy to okay. Now I see. So should there be a problem here? This is 1 2 5 0 2 5 4 4 5. I don't think there should be a problem with this since this is actually working. Bump is it's escrow one. Hmm. This should not be a problem actually. Let's try that again. No, we don't have to try again since we just did it at cargo tests. We literally just did program log panicked. Program log panicked at this. So let me see what could be wrong with this again. Because actually panicking. Yeah, let me see if I remove oh it's if I remove this all that thoughts. If I remove this and if I brought this back, I brought it back, then if I change this to amount to receive, amount to receive, then amount to give. I don't think that's the problem, but let's see what it wants. So amount is data make accounts. Yes, sorry. Amount to amount to give. So if we do this again, what will be the problem now? Now, did we get? Oh, did not fail at reading data with byte mark. So that went through. This went through. So one thing we're feeling immediately is this byte mark data processing, but we'll get to that in a minute. Then rest. Program log did not fail at account check. Did not fail here. Then program log this did not fail at account check, but it did not fail at ATA check. Did not fail at account check. Did not fail at ATA check. Did not fail here also. So it should have failed, yeah, somewhere around there, right? It have failed somewhere around there. Did not fail at ATA check. Mm, then we also logged the PDA out. We logged this PDA. We logged only one PDA. We logged only one PDA. Oh, no, we logged the two PDAs. Yes, we logged the two PDA, escrow account PDA and escrow account key. Logged both of them. So this, oh, we expect this to be equal to this, but both of them are not equal. So let's see why they're not equal. So this is actually what is causing the error. So we should have even just done a fallback here. Something went wrong. Let's see. Let me see if it will work this way first. Error at account assertion. So this should be the error. Let me do that again. So that instead of panicking, I've just told us the error is from it panicked again. It did not tell us what the error is. So that means this is not where the error is coming from. Let me do a log there again. Log did not fail at account assertion. Are we getting, yeah, did not fail at first invoke, so not fail at account assertion. Yep. It did not fail at account assertion. We have that. Did not fail at ETA check. We have a log. We have another log. It actually failed there, but it's not logging. It's not showing me this error. Why? Error at assert account assertion. It should. It should. Why is it not bringing a log? Action return data test make instruction. Let me see if we had a specific. I don't know. It's not work still, but this should work. Why is it not logging this exact? Why is it not logging this exact error I'm putting it? So AB example. Bro, what me? How do I even use this? Oh, maybe that's all. Aside that two expressions are equal to each other using partial equals. Okay. Because I always check in both debug and release blah 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 blah. On panic, the macro will print the value of the expression with their debug representation. Aside equal, we are testing assertion with this and this. Okay, let me try that. Let me try this. I don't think that will work though. Error at account, blah blah blah. So error at account assertion, this and this. So this should be escrow account PDA, yeah, and escrow account P. I could just, oh, okay, reference to it. Escrow account PDA does not implement a display. So we do what we did again. I think it's hash before the question mark, right? Hash before the question mark. No, question mark for the hash. Yeah, I got it. Hash before the question mark. Yep, for that. And for this, I think this one is a pointer, so it's, oh, it's worked. So let's see. It's still not spitting out the error, but that is where the error actually occurred. Panicked because the programs are not the same, the addresses are not the same. Expecting escrow account key to be equal to escrow account PDA. So escrow account PDA passing the seed, no bump, derive address, derive address, derive address. Okay, we're deriving the address with this, and we're finding the program address here. So derive state PDA. This is state PDA. This is not escrow PDA. So where is the escrow PDA? Escrow PDA is from, yes. Escrow account PDA is right here. Then escrow account is from, yeah. So the escrow account is failing because why isn't, I think we have different accounts there. Let's find a way to have this 0 to 1 2 3 index 3 index 3 mod.rs index 3 mod.rs 1 0 1 2 3. escrow. What do we have? I think we logged out escrow. Did we? Escrow PDA, escrow 0 is the escrow PDA. So what do we pass here? Escrow 0 is the escrow PDA. So let's log out escrow. Let's see what we logged out of escrow. Escrow PDA 6E. 6E. Then inside we have 6E was sent from client, but 7C was derived. Let me check which one is from client, which one is from. So we have escrow account, escrow PDA. This is the first one, 7C. Seed. So the seeds is actually a problem now. So seed is from escrow maker key, and program ID should be here though. Shouldn't it not be here? No, we're driving it here. So seeds is escrow and the maker key. So what do we do here in the yes? Escrow is pub key as ref. Escrow as ref. Pub key as ref. Payer pub key and escrow as ref. Escrow as ref. Escrow as ref. Payer pub key as ref. Escrow as ref. Payer pub key as ref. Where is the payer pub key? Maker first account. Moderate first account. First account is the payer pub key. Payer pub key. Let me do configure. Payer pub key is payer is from setup. So in our setup, yeah, just have a new key pair. Then setting the equal means a authority is payer the pub key. So why is it? Is it ref and bytes? That's the problem. Maker dot key the pub key. No, yeah, as ref is also as slice. I don't think I don't know if that's the problem though. Let's see. So slice should also be the same thing. Let's just test that out. Just a minute. Failed. Yes. But is that where it failed? Now program log H4. Okay, H4 9H. Do we have a 9H is from the client? So why do we have a H4 here? Do we have any H4 here? No, not just 9H. So we need to see what is actually causing it. Is it seeds? Escrow seeds. Let me check if I'm spelling escrow correctly here. Escrow seeds. Actually correct. Same seeds. Program ID dot pass. So I will pass this. We need this to be find program address. The seeds and the pub key. The seeds and the program ID pub key. Program ID here is a string, so I'm passing it as pub key and unwrapping it. This might not be the problem though. So let me change the test to do some. Now lib rs in our cargo tomo. We do inside the test, not here. Is it? Where's the test? I wanted to just change this string to that cargo tomo. Maybe just picking it directly, right? So let me just change the name of this to mod. The name rename to smud, then keep this as mod. Uh, is there any error here? Is there any error here? There's no error here in mod. Let's hope now that we have to program log 4pwd, then 3f13. 3f13, the ID is still getting a different thing. Let's check. Escrow SO is this. Then I'll just specifying the program ID explicitly. Yes. Token ID, program ID is from create ID. Return program ID as a pub key. I'm sure it will be something very silly. That's the annoying thing. You want silly mistake. Mm-hmm. We will need this. We need this anyway. I don't think I need this anyway. And seed derive address is taken seed of and it's a borrow of a borrow. So this is borrow of a borrow. So you're just borrowing that. Okay, this is correct. Seeds bump. Why is the bump none here? So we already had the bump from clients. Let's just see if we can use. Oh, okay. Derive here is this scroll PDA. Wait, why are we finding? Why are we deriving the address twice? We already have the address from client. So this is escrow PDA here. This is escrow account key here. So what we're deriving in client is correct. What we're deriving here is wrong. So we need to fix this escrow seed, seeds and the program ID. Then derive address is also seeds, no option. Okay, seed optional bump and program ID. Optional bump and program ID. Hmm. So the problem now is this. Oh no. I haven't used it. This is a different thing. Yeah. This is derived state PDA. This is escrow account PDA. So the seed here is this one. How are we using the same seed for PDA? That is a problem. This is escrow account PDA. This is state PDA. The state PDA is actually the same. How are we doing the same thing twice? So this should actually be correct. The right state PDA should actually be escrow PDA, escrow account PDA. Let me see. Let's copy and paste this. So if I comment this, no errors, no errors. So let's see. This might be the error. Might not be the error. Failed. Pass. Failed. So now it's the same account. Okay. Now a different error. So now this is getting into the error. Let me see if we add the same thing actually. Token care, taking care, success. Before then, we have some logs. Did not fill out reading byte mock, did not fill out account check, program log, DB. So now we have the same account here. So did not fill out accession, did not fill out accession, did not fill out accession. Then I should do that. I should do that. Did not fill out first invoke. We have it did not fill out first invoke. Did not fill out first invoke. Initialize account 3. Did not fill at first invoke. Oh, I should probably put an emoji here so to grab my attention quick. There's my emoji. Yeah, let's see this. Put this. Let me see if it works for any of the previous ones. Before I control E, let me do the thumbs up there. So let's test that again. You will see. Okay, yeah, did not fail at first invoke. So this first invoke went through successfully. Then let's see. Did not fail at first invoke. The next thing that should catch my attention is the next log from Pinocchio programmer or illegal owner. Create. So yeah, let's see. Yeah, did not fail at transfer invoke. Transfer. Sorry, at create account. It's actually failing at create account invoke. At create account invoke. So I think I might have the solution to that. Did not fail that create account invoke. Let's do this just one thing, which might not get there. Did not fail that create account invoke. Oh, so we successfully got here. So now this is the problem. This one is the problem here. So transfer. So what it's saying is instruction tries to borrow reference for an account is already borrowed. So I'm sending an account here. So let's see maker ETA. Is it maker ETA? Hmm. So before we use this here, let's assign it. Assign it again. So let's new maker ETA because maker ETA borrow. Can I borrow? Yes, I can borrow. It's actually a borrow already, right? Borrowing it. So just do that for all two. Also is to make her it to escrow. Escrow it a new escrow ATA is new escrow ATA is what now? Escrow ATA. Essentially escrow ATA. Then we do new authority. That's the one. Let's new authority. I don't know if this will work though. New authority equals authority maker. Now I put in new maker ATA, yeah, new escrow ATA, yeah, new. Let's see if this works. No errors, right? Cool. Then new escrow ATA, then authority should be new maker. Now I don't think. Well, new authority is what I called it. Should be new maker. New maker. For then let me see if this works. Then I'll try to do the. Let's see. Field. Then what is the error? Is it the same error? The same error actually. Tries to borrow reference from for an account which is already borrowed. Which account are we passing the reference to? About instruction, my instruction, consumed. So which account are we passing a reference to? Yeah, I think I should just do. Let's see, funding is new maker. Let's do new maker here. Maybe yeah. Creating the account here. So now let's see is initialized here. Accounts that are funding is the escrow here. The wallet Who's paying for it? What is the wallet actually? Wallet is zero right sign to wallet address to wallet address for the new user token accounts. User token account address to be created. Okay, that is the so this should be ATA program, not user token account address to be created. Okay, okay. This is the authority of this PDA of this ATA, right? This is the PDA here will be the authority of that. Then means is self-explanatory. Token program is let me see. Let's try this. I don't know if that is the problem, but let's try. Let's give it a go. Not enabling copilot there. And failed. So account seven. Account seven. So that I think that's the problem. I think. So what is account seven in the create? Is it on the create or is I think it's in the create? Account seven. Do I have a seven and a five? Hmm. Account seven no instruction. So I think it's this account seven that we're passing from the client's account at index seven mod account at index seven zero one two three three four five six seven token program. How is token program borrowed? Token program. What's token program? Token program ID. So are we passing token program ID inside this instruction at all? Oh yeah, token program account info. I'm not passing token program here again. Where else am I using it? Token program. Let's find that four places. That should be like two places. Token program. Create. See, I said token program. So one. Okay, sorry. First one is here. One. Second one is here. Two, three. This is token program. Three. Then transferring. Oh, I see. Let's do. If that's the problem with token program, then that should be the same problem with this guy too. Inside transfer. Yeah, are you taking a token program? Side transfer. Invoke. Invoke signed. Transfer from to authority amount. I don't think it's using a token program inside this instruction. Program ID, create ID, account meters. Where is the account meters? So the account meta here is the account meta we're using here is this three from to authority amount. No, not that one then. This one is just three. One, two, three. Account meta is this three. Then data, I'll say from raw part instruction data as pointer. Hmm. So now let's see what the problem is here. If it's token program, let me try if it's token program. If it's token program, then we can make a clone of token program. Let's new token program equals token program. So here we'll pass new token program to the same thing. Token program, system program. Now account 7 was the problem. Let me see where the account's changing. This time account 7 was the problem. Previously was it account 7? Previously it was account 6 and 9. Hmm. Previous is account 6 and 9. So I think because I did this year, because I did this year, it solved that. So you might have the same problem with system programs too, though. So if this works, so the next one should be account 8. Let's see. Say uh, if this works, the next one might be account 8, or let's see, still say account 7, account 6 and 2. How? How? Maybe those are not the actual error. Because we just solved account 2. Let's see. Oh, it's just program index. It's just pointing at random stuff. Now it's 9 and 5, so that's basically not the problem. Then account 9, data 22, program ID account 95, data account 9 and 5 are same. How? So what is the problem? Program ID token. So is the system is the token transfer that is failing. From is new maker ATA, 2 is escrow ATA, authority of the transfer is the maker, the amount you gave. So why is it failing? Hmm. Let's see. Breaking it here. We do not have exactly the error. Let's see if we can get something from by putting this. There's a lot of logs. Okay, let's see if you are up to the task. From let's see if it's up to the task to solve it. Still thinking about it. Yeah, take your time, bro. Take your time. Yeah. It's occurring because you're trying to borrow escrow accounts multiple times. Looking at the code, there is the issue. Escrow accounts. Drop the borrow explicitly before the next invoke. So safe to use now. Escrow no longer borrowed. Where do we borrow escrow account? Did not fill at first invoke. Did not fill at first invoke. Yes. So escrow states that oh no. Escrow account here. So we have escrow account here. Saying probably because the escrow account is borrowed multiple times. Drop. How do we why should we drop it here? Explicitly drop before the next CPI. Oh, let's see. If immediately we do let escrow account in this context, yeah, we drop it. Drop escrow account. Call to stdm and drop us reference with the reference instead of does nothing. Dropping references on by default. It says this does nothing on with a reference instead of an own value. Is this a reference? So escrow account. Why do you drop escrow state? Escrow account should be what is dropped. Let's try this first. Escrow account should be what is dropped there. Still similar. So let me drop escrow account instead. Escrow account, which should same thing, right? Instead of an owned value does nothing. What is the owned value? Reference. Everything, yeah, actually references. So that is not the problem. I started to more ETA creation before writing to escrow. Move ETA creation. Create the ETA first. Let's see. We will create the ETA first before before create the ETA first before borrowing the escrow account data. So create the ETA first. Let's see what that does. Moment. So create the escrow account first. That's what I'm actually doing. If escrow create account from to escrow account, Lamport is this. Escrow then space owner is this. Invoke sign this. So now it says to create the okay. Create the ETA first before writing the escrow state. So let's see if that will work. So after writing, then we can now do a transfer. I don't think that will work though, because this is not filling. Let me see. Failed. Same thing. Person tries to borrow reference to our account which is already borrowed. Same error. Let me do this minutes. Blah 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 blah. Blah, 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 blah. No, same. So let me revert that for I break something else. Before checking risk account, this last wallet. Bro, I can't just dump all your code here. Now progress creative. Okay, let's see. Let's see if this is worth doing. I will not just dump it. I will comment this first. Then do this here. Let's see. Errors. No errors. Let's try to do that. Same freaking error. The same error, the same error, the same error. It's the same error. Program CT. Yes. Well, I can't already borrowed. So that is not the problem, ChatGPT. You lied. Same error. Cloud. Same error. So let me do. You see that any CPI an account will borrow. We can just borrow persist across CPI, blah 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 blah. Capacity using multiple CPI accounts. Hmm. So I think the problem is this. Let me revert what Claude generated. Z. Yes, we have this. Hmm. So the thing is, we are doing except we are doing. Let me just revert all of this to escrow to this escrow account. Mint. Then am I doing? Let's leave it at make IT for now. Then escrow ATA for now. Maker is the authority. What to do? So let me remove new maker. All these checks are actually, this is, I think this is what the problem is. We are sending, now we're not even sending borrowed references here. We're sending the exact account. And wait a minute. This account is borrowed. So is he owning it when he borrows it? Let me see. That that empty talent borrows for now. One minute and try something funny. That's two accounts. Nope. So it's expecting an accounting info here. I'm sending the accounting info. So the problem is the accounts are uh, the ownership of the accounts are transferred to all of these states, right? So let me see if I separate this into a separate block. I put this in a separate block. I put this in a separate block. Yeah, work. Let's see. Only one way to find out. Then let's do that. This one still failed. And what is the error now? Still same error, I think. About the instruction. Yes, same error, which is already borrowed. Instruction. Which instruction exactly? Did not fail at create account. So it's if it did not fail at create account, let's create account. Did not fail at create account invoke. If it did not fail at create account invoke, if I exit the program there, will it work? Did not fail at create account invoke. If I exited the program here for whatever reason and I run this, will this work? Will this work? If it does, then it's simple. Yeah, it did. So the problem is from this brother here. So what we could do is just from the top we can make it escrow it multiple. So we can do from make it here. So this account here, for it transfer. If I clone transfer. So transfer equals make it let's clone. Can I clone it? Can I clone it? Can I clone it? Wait. So if I do make it for TF here, will that work? Will that work? I think it did. Let's hope it works. So let's do next one is destination. Let's create it for TF. Destination is escrow ATA. Yes, escrow ATA for TF is escrow ATA dot clone. Escrow ATA for TF. Escrow ATA for TF. The authority is maker, so we can clone the authority also, hopefully. And let's maker for CF. Maker for TF was maker dot clone. That's why it's doing three CPIs, so it's like out of lifetime, right? Maker TF. Maker for TF. Yes. Hopefully this works. Let's see. And now it failed. So still the same thing. It is already borrowed. Yeah. So let's see. Let's see if that's not working. Mhm. It's not borrowed. Okay. So I think it does not need a borrow. Oh, probably needs this. Let me the reference. Like I had before, cannot be the reference. Can't be the reference. Can't be the reference. Mm, borrow data unchecked. Borrow data. Say borrow data checked. Check borrow data. No. Unchecked. Unsafe, right? Yeah, I know. So it's still working. Also, found reference U8 to I think can I get it uh 1 minute. I should be able to fix this now. So if I don't let me wrap it around and see first. Look at it. Okay, let me do this. Everything here is safe, right? So let's see. Without PTR, without PTR, yes, error. So what's the error? Uh, Let's to account info. Try it. It still fails. So try to result. If you now walk to wait, this second into will not work to still basically same thing. Still borrowing. Still borrowing. We need to find a way to use this data without borrowing it. Is there a way to do that directly? Yes, warning, and error. So there should be a restriction tries to borrow reference for an account is already borrowed. So let's do okay. I'm thinking something. If we did this too, the program will work only for a short period of time. If I move this up, I move this above, it's not safe, it's safe. I move it above here inside this block. Inside, let's try this. Square account. Do I have this at all? No errors, right? Let's try this if it works. Error failed. So it's borrowing is the third time. This first and second time works well, but the third time it tries to call those accounts. It's where the problem is. I think a minute is no matter. ordered. Try to use the third time. But if I comment last work to yes. Within a central office supplies but SPI still borrowed when it's transfer gets account data unchecked or you borrowed the account. Where is get account data unchecked? Pinocchio instruction, Pinocchio token. Instead of using Pinocchio token instruction transfer of our money work without any references. Let me see. Transfer. Hmm. Okay. I think this makes sense now. So we can move this into a different X. Let's see if it works. Pub FN make process make instruction. So let's do it this second time. Now do pub FN do transfer. It's taking the exact same account data, and it's returning a program result. Let's do this. See if we split the instructions. Let's try splitting the instructions. See if that will work. Then we get the account again. Get the account again. Let's get all of this. Then once we do that, we have this. Then we can call this transfer invoke. Let's see. We have everything I need there. Maker is called Maker ATA, escrow ATA, which is make we check that they actually exist. Maker ATA, then maker here, then amount to give is actually from amount to give is from the task pointer. Let's copy this to let's copy this to save amount to give, then we do an okay. Ignore the unused, bro. This is not time for unused. I should talking about so make a need to be a scroll count. Aha. So inside our instruction handler, in our libres, inside this make instruction, press make instruction. We do two instruction calls. Sorry. I will do instruction instructions to transfer, then do this. Aha. Hopefully this works. Let's see. Let's give it a spin. And let's do then move up. Failed, pass, failed. Why is it failing now? Where is it failing from? The same thing. See, no, did I save this? I think I did not save this. Cannot be the exact same error because we are doing two different instructions. Passing the account here, program doesn't have keys. Got here, did it get here? Oh, I forgot to remove it from this block. Then try and invoke now, try and transfer now. Instead of this one, which I already saw, use a separate one. I use something catchy crown. Why not? I save this. We try to build this, and wow, that actually worked. So let me check the logs. Did I get to? I should also log out the logs. Mod, mod, right here. I should log out MSG, MSG, what's it called? IX, TX logs, TX logs, and we have this, there was what's the TX dot logs? Yeah, TX are pretty logs saying pretty, let's do pretty logs, pretty logs, pretty logs, pretty logs, let's do pretty logs. Then let's try to do that, 527. And do we have the logs? We still do not have the logs. Why do we not have the logs? We should really get the logs from. Let me do dot logs instead of dot pretty logs. Since our pretty logs isn't pretty, do I need to do? It's not a function. It's just method. TX logs does not implement this. So I'll just do. I hope I get it this time though. Then an asterisk there. Yes, yes, a hash before the question mark. Yeah, I got it. Got it. The first try. Let's check for the logs now. I want to see all my beautiful emojis. Still, I don't have the logs. Still, I don't have my logs. Then let's just make one check. After this, we need to accept that how much do we drop to this guy? Amount to give, amount to receive, amount to give is 500 tokens. Then how much did you have for token A? You have this. So let's get the state of the user account, right? Make it A needs to. So let's get the state of make it A. Let's just do let's make a ATA from program, because program is it program or is it SVM? So SVM dot get pro get account, get balance, get account, pub key is now make our ATA A. So now we'll now pass that. So now this is giving us option account. Is there a lamp port on it? Dot unwrap. Giving us an account. So what type of account is this? Let me see, let me see, let me see, let me see, let me see. Make it, sorry, make it a from program. Does it have a, does not have a no renter port. Should have a value. So we need to specify. Now let's see, should we, let's this serialized ATA. Serialized ATA is, I think token program. The token program. The no program that try from. It's not try into. It's not token program actually. It is. I did it somewhere. I can't remember. I think it was yes the vault. The escrow we did last time. The escrow we did last time. Splitting. What's now? So let me do. Sorry, a minute. I don't want to give out all the answers. Yeah, I 1 minute trying to look for something. Yeah. Yeah. What was I trying to do? Trying to find the same place I did it before. And where is my own repository? Not this. Let me do. I think I have it here. GitHub inspiration, Sona starter. No, it's not Pinocchio. Not the starter one. 1 minute. Let me get my GitHub right. 1 minute. 1 minute. Then my inspiration writer 01 2025 Q4 accelerated. Then inside Anchor escrow. Is there an Anchor escrow? Yeah, Anchor escrow. Pinocchio escrow. Escrow writer SVM. Yes, escrow writer SVM test. Then inside programs, source, inside tests, we should have a mod. And inside the mod, we should have what we're looking for. So let me bring that over to the screen and I can do this. So let me look for associated token. No, not this one. We validated that the user got the amount that we expected. It should be the asset equals dot receive 10 states. This one is states, right? We're not using a state account. We need the data, the user balance. Aha. SPL token state account unpack. This is an ATA. So we need SPL token state account unpack this bad boy. So we can now get. Then where am I getting the SPL token from? SPL token is from Anchor SPL, SPL token, SPL token. Yeah. Then we need to make sure the user. We need to check what is in the user balance actually. So let's do this vault data. Let's call it ATA maker the serialized ATA. No. So now I have maker ATA from program dot data. That's the data dot unpack. No function as the name unpack found light SVM SPL token account. Let's try. I think it should be try from. Yeah, please work. Bro, trade brown, blah, 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 please. Data dot to early bytes. 2 bytes. There should be a 2 bytes there as ref. Yeah, SPL token account required for. So we need to be. Is it this? I need to own it. Should I just use should I just use the SPL token from Light SVM, not Anchor SPL, right? SQL token from light SVM. Let me check. Light SVM, amount UI, amount UI. No, not this one, not this one. I need this exact SQL token. So let me check what crate it is in. Different accounts, different structure. SQL token. Inside SQL token, we have a state, right? We have a state. We have a try from. We have a state. Then we have an account inside of that. We have an account state, generic token account, say generic token account, that unpack account, unpack account owner, unpack pub key, validate account no, unpack account mint. Only the mint, unpack account mint unchecked, account owner unchecked, pub key, unpack pub key unchecked, unpack pub key unchecked. This work. Nope. Unpack pub key function takes two arguments of that one. The account data offset user. How am I supposed to know the offset? How am I supposed to know the offset? Maker.ata, then usize, offset, usize. Bro, I do not know what the offset should be. So let me just do, let me see. There's an account. There's an account. There an account. There is an account. So let's check. Is there, it's not try from, I don't think it's try from. Let's be able to open account, try from, no such side. Required for at to implement into web approach. I'm doing just at. So let me try if I do at. Nope, that's not the problem. Oh, if I do this, it's not the problem. The data is a vector, the asref to bytes, to vec. Uh, no errors. It's not satisfied. Try from. Bro, just check it online. Then try to do this. Try to do this. Try to do this. Just try to do this. Where is Claude? Now it's time to for you to shine because you did not shine the last time. Please be friendly to your AIs, right? Please help do this. Let's see what it uses. I'm not using Pinocchio, bro. It's not Pinocchio token. I'm using. Oh brother. SPR token. I'm using Light SVM SPR token. I'm using Light SVM SPL token version 0.6.1. Yeah. Then it says to use token account that unpack. So there is a token account. Unpack. Oh, is there an unpack there? Oh, so there is an unpack. Ah, nice, nice, nice. Cloud maker ATA decentralized data dot value. This it should be dot value, right? Or dot amount. I got it the right time. Dot amount. So let's see assets, bro. Don't even ask. I don't even know what is inside. It should be half the value that's there before. So let me just message. Do a message. Do a message. Then put this here. Do this. Do this. Do this. New user token balance is this under this. So amount should not need to be serialized or whatever that is. So now let's try this. In my tests, now I'm doing escrow, zero past, okay, one past, one food. How would it be zero past? Where are my logs? Find out log. Oh. I'm not looking for the logs here. In the cargo tests, I think in the tests we should actually specify that we want to see the logs. I think that is why we don't have the logs actually. So we need to specify that we want to use the log. I picked that up from Andre, I think. In the cargo.toml, we need, no, this is Pinocchio starter. It's Pinocchio starter. Mm, in the test we should do, I think it's this guy, right? Aha. Anchor escrow cargo toml. Then there is a, oh, I think that's in the anchor. So programs, right? Anchor escrow. Oh, I go around the circles. I tell them test. Then cargo toml. No, anchor toml. Anchor toml. Yes. So I need to do no capture. Aha. This is what was missing. This is what was missing. Copy. That's why our logs have not been showing. So we need to put this in here. Cargo test, then paste that in. How? What the actual? What did I? Oh, brother. No, I can't. I GitHub is. Uh, hyphen, then hyphen, no capture, right? That should not be a problem. Not be a problem at all. Clear. In fact, just clear this terminal out for me. Then do cargo, cargo build and build SBF, and cargo test. No capture, right? Like this. I think so. No capture. No capture. All small caps. No capture should not have a cap. So now let's see what our logs is saying. So now we have our logs. Yay, we have our logs. Pretty log actually logged. So the log I'm particularly interested in is not this one. It's the instruction log. Yes, user balance now is 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 zeros, right? 8 zeros. And when we doing the make, 8 zeros, right? Where you are, bro? In the mod, not in the mod, not in the mod. You know what I'm saying? We amount to give 500, right? That's 500 with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 zeros. Amount to give, that should change actually. New user token balances 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It's still showing okay with 9 decimals, right? Token has 9 decimals. We do 6 decimals. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's 6 decimals. Then in our make instruction, that's 500 tokens. Now we have one, sorry, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 500 tokens. So something is off. Where make instruction, how much are we doing? Add count 9, add count 1. Amount to give, amount to give next. So let me log out amount to give. Let's see what's actually going on there. Message, amount to give, amount to give. What did I just do, bro? It's crazy. Where is that? Video. amount to give, amount to give. Oh, I did the control A. Should be shift A. Amount to give is this brother. Yeah, bro. Was tormenting me. Then amount to give should show us amount to give. Bro, just believe me, trust me, and work. Can't stress myself right now. So what's the problem now? What's the problem now? Macro logs support. So what is this problem for? Leftover tokens. What is leftover tokens? What is? Let me be chill, right? Let me be chill. What is actually going on here? Message. Okay. 1 minute. Let me do. Let me remove this one and let me do this. I still have the exact same issue. Amount to give while trying to match meta variable MST expression. Is something wrong with this amount to give? Now you work. Now you work, right? So I do this and I do amount to give. Something is actually off here because it's not the entire is not working. Well, is there a missing semicolon? There is no missing semicolon. Oh, I will do Pinocchio log here. I am not stressing myself. Pinocchio log, amount to give. For what reason? For whatever reason that decided to not work. I don't even know. I don't even give. I don't give a flip right now. So let's just try and see what amount to give was. Amount to give. Amount to give is actually this. So if it's sending instruction transfer completed successfully, so I should not have. I should actually not have. So I'm searching the wrong account, right? Token balance, new user token balance. Let me see. Vault data equals vault dot unwrap. Sat equals make card deserialized ATA make our account SVM dot get account. Make our account a pub key. What account is make our ATA pub key. Token unpack. Vault data is this. Oh, I think I did something wrong. Let me just do mod. This is the place. This place here is where the problem is. Give me a minute. Let me just feed this to Claude. I should fix that. I think I messed this up, right, Claude? Hmm, very close. Very close. Make out so it says to use this. I don't even I'm not even looking at it. I just want to log this and sure we're logging out the right thing, right? So Maker ATA from program is now Maker ATA A. This is Maker ATA A. Maker ATA A should be that should Maker ATA A dot key is actually a pub key already, so only dot key. Dot key here will be redundant. But let's just it doesn't even have a dot key. Dot pub key. No, that's not dot key. Yeah. Pub key is for addresses, for keepers. Pub key is for keepers. So Maker ATA A is a pub key already. Let me see what parameters are there. Dot to key dot blah blah blah. No, excuse me, sorry. So we do what we gave is this make transfer successful. Then we do user token balance should change. It should change. Why is it not changing? So the transfer is actually failing. Transfer is not failing, actually. Let me do the transfer before the making of the instructions, right? In the instruction handlers, liberis, press instruction. Let me do, let's do this before that. Let's do this. Make instructions. Let's see what the problem is. Failed. I'm trying to transfer before, what is that? I want to give blah 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 blah. What's the error here? I think transferring to an account has not been created. Yeah, that's the problem. I need to do this before that. To create the account before to the transfer. But why is it failing? This is working, but this should not be new user token balance. Maybe see if that I'm logging out. New user token balance because this the amount. Let's see. Is this from SQL token? From yeah, it's going to like token program for this Lana blockchain. Yeah, SQL token. This SQL token, SQL token from that's the SQL token truth here. Right? Let me see. Something is wrong. Prefer to be explicit. Yeah, I prefer to be explicit. Let me try to be explicit here and do something different. Instead of this, let's see under the accounts. This, let me just do this because we should actually see it. Make a transaction successful. Make transaction successful. Oh, no, I'm sending the transaction. Yeah, right. If I'm sending the transaction, let me do this once. 1 minute. TX dot consume CPUs. Let me put this below all of that. Let's see. No, still the same thing. Let me paste this here. Try to be explicit. Try to be explicit, right? So let's do this. Hmm. Do not share the back box. Share the back box. Why is the token balance not changing? It's still the same instruction. It's not like I'm doing it in a different, in a separate instruction, right? Is it is it test make instruction? The same instruction. Oh, 1 minute. Let's consult Claude now. The final version of that. But the getting this. Let's see. Let's see what happened. Alright, user still has full customer assessing if I transfer works. Oh, you minted. Oh, my bad. It actually worked. It actually worked. So the problem is this, right? We did amount to receive for amount to give. So we did 1 million tokens here, 100 tokens here, right? So that let me come back to that. User still has full 1,000 tokens. We are seeing which suggests a transfer work. We are checking the wrong thing. Let me read. Minted another maker give away 5,000 tokens. Amount to give. So initial no amount to give is this. Oh, what the, this thing has actually been working since. I minted this amount and I gave this amount. So this is the exact amount that should remain. And I thought this was, whoa, let me just use a 4. Okay, this is a 4. Then I'm expecting a 6, right? So this has actually been working. It's just crazy, bro. It's crazy. Can't blame myself now. I just dragged you all into it. Yes, it actually worked. It actually works. That's been working all along. I was looking at this, but this was what I minted. Yeah, it works. So thank you all for staying here till now. This has been 3 hours and 16 minutes into the call. So thank you. So I will try to finish this up and let you know how it works. Yay, Abimbola is in the chat. That was like how many minutes ago? Probably like an hour ago or something. But I was too busy checking the logs, so I did not. I just see your message. Yeah, bro. Nice to have you here. So I think tomorrow's call we will both be in the backstage. You have to experience this with me, bro. I can't be the only one going through this. But I'll still try to make this work without the unsafe. I need to make it work without the unsafe. I don't like using this unsafe this unsafe thing. I need to make it work this way. This way. I'll get on that. I'll be at it all night. Then I'll let you guys know tomorrow. So same time tomorrow. That's 15, 1500 or 15:30 West African time. And yeah, this has been the anchor founder. Now this feels like the anchor founder. Yesterday was like me rambling. That's crazy, bro. So yeah. Thank you all for being here, and peace. Yeah, at this stage. I forgot to say, I'll make a post. Make the link. I'll post the link to this now. You guys can check it out soon. Let me do that right away. I'm trying to make the post to GitHub now, so I'll post the link in the chat. Making a push to GitHub right now. Then git push. Then so we have that pushed. Then I'll send the link right away. 1 minute. No, I don't know how to use GitHub anymore. Let me check that right now as pinocchio escrow 2. Pinocchio escrow 2. Did I change this? Okay. I think I messed something up here. I messed up my git tree and it's pointing to a submodule instead of 1 minute ago. I push this to someone else before starting. 1 minute ago. I'll try to send this over. I'll try to fix this. Just let me end the stream right there. I'll post it in the chat also. But thanks for coming.